Mind if I join your little party?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question. How long has it been since I reviewed an Appleseed project? It's been a couple of years, and I think I wore the same shirt too. What a hellish reunion! I just reviewed Tartaros and Uranos. Now it's time to review one of the last projects from Shinji Amaki, and that is Appleseed Alpha. I enjoyed it. I just want to start by saying that this was a mind-blowing experience. Appleseed Alpha, which is also called Appleseed A. Just call it Alpha. Appleseed Alpha is an animated military science fiction cyberpunk film directed by Shinji Aramaki. Dunan and her cyborg partner Biarios is operating in the ruins of New York City. While on this task, they take on a job from a local warlord to rescue a young girl and her cybernetic friend, who hold the secrets of the city of Olympus. However, they become wanted targets, forcing Dunan and Biarios to protect the two in fights to save humanity's future. Man, dude, this this movie was crazy. This movie was off the chain, man. It's like every time I watch an Appleseed project, they hit harder and harder and harder and harder. But each of them have its little problems and setbacks. But my last Appleseed project that I reviewed was Tartaros and Uranos, and I gave both of them perfect ratings. They had some flaws when it comes to the it was just one flaw that people really bashed, and that was the 3D animation. And watching Appleseed Alpha, I'm gonna have to tell you, like, this was good, but the only problem was the fact that the story was lacking. The story was just an escort mission that really just went wrong. But with Shinji, it really paid off in all aspects. It's like he knows how his fans think at this point. He's been making these projects for like over 20 decades. I mean, for 2 decades. But anyway, at this point, you gotta know what the fans want. You gotta know what the fans is asking for, but that doesn't mean you have to give us everything. Still surprise us so we can be even more mind blown. And with Appleseed Alpha, he's done that. He's done that to me, at least. The movie picks up at a very fast pace, but I don't mind it. I feel like we're done with the pacing, we're done with the character variation, we're done with the past, and at the same time, we're done with building bonds. Dune and Newt and Biarios, we already know them. If you have not seen the Appleseed projects and you're looking at this review, watch it. Watch them all. Appleseed is one of the most critiqued masterpieces of anime history. Just forget about Dragon Ball Z, forget about One Piece. Before them, a monstrosity like this happened when it comes to mech and cybernetic activity of action, and a lot of cursing gunplay as well. We've done enough with the pacing here. It's time for us to just see how everything's gonna unfold with these characters. And man, they did that well here. When it comes to Dune and Newt and Biarios being in a train and she's trying to find out what's really wrong with him so she can take care of him, because Biarios is at the point now where his cybernetic and his bioroid activity is beginning to rusty out. So they're trying to look for a mechanic, and at the same time doing missions along the way. They get ambushed by these other bioroids that has weapons, has guns, knows some fighting mechanics too. So we are already introduced to a badass fight scene that they showed a little bit on the trailer, but not enough for me to be like, damn, that y'all just showed the whole damn entire movie. But no, this that's only one fight scene, but damn, the action really blown me away, dude. And I think I'm saying that's because we've been so used to the the mech activity, the mech fight scenes and stuff like that, to the point where I was actually beginning to miss the close hand combat. I mean, let's just face it here. Dune and Newt and Biarios, they're war veterans. They're soldiers. So they're soldiers and veterans before they are mech users. So I think what Shinji Aramaki wanted to do was he wanted to focus more on hand-to-hand combat. And not only that, he did the action and the combat well here on this project, but he added something that I really wanted back, and that was a hard-style techno music to add more depth, more tension, and above all, more eye candy to the screen. Not only that I was on the edge of my seat, but I was on the edge of my feet dancing every time there was a fight scene along the way. Later on into the project, this is when Dunin and Biarios is getting this mission to escort these two characters, Olsen and Iris. Now, every Appleseed project has new characters that we are going to be variated with. But what I liked about these two, now let's be fair here, lacking story means they're gonna lack character variation. And I didn't mind that here, because by them explaining these characters along the way into the project, I was more nervous if they're gonna be a burden. By them being escorted to a certain location in New York City, how are they when it comes to liability of combat? Are they gonna get in the way, between Dunin and Biarios while they trying to, protect these two? I was hoping not, because I was getting so used to the action by watching them fight alone. But no, Olsen and Iris did well when it comes to the fights. They stuck their heads out and did as much as they could to protect Dunin and Biarios. In fact, there was a couple of badass scenes of their own that was very memorable to the project, especially when it comes to Iris. I don't want to spoil it, but that scene when she was running away, I'm like, oh fuck, she did that shit. I love her at that point. I just love Shinji Aramaki's work, man. Like, he knows, like, what to correct and what is like, all right, look, that might not work well. Let me go ahead and add more variation to this whole shit. And right when I was beginning to question his logic of that can be a problem, he fixes it. And the reason I'm saying that's because Iris and Olsen, from a story like this that is like lacking character detail, he knows how to fix a character detail with new characters that's along with this project. Just in case if hardcore critics like myself is wanting to pick that shit with a damn fork. But no, this fork is not I'm not using a fork, I'm using a spoon. So we're gonna go smooth with this shit, because this rod, this rod deserves it, man. As everything unfolds, as everything begins to get pieced together when it comes to the puzzle, all connecting, this is when we get hit with a lot of blows, showing us more tension, more intense fight scenes, and above all, the main enemy that's in charge of it all. It's hard for me to explain this without spoiling it, but even though we don't have a good compelling story to build up the enemy ratio, the story is still the same. Enemy trying to demolish and kill everything, while Dunin and everybody else is trying to observate the whole scenario. And it was done well. This is when we get hit with just hard blows of action, hard blows of battles, hard blows of gunplay, hard blows of close counters combat, and even mech activity. I thought that the battle scene, the ending battle scene of Appleseed Alpha was probably one of the best mech battle scenes I have seen in a very long time, since Dread, and I can't remember anything else. I remember the last episode of Dread where life was at stake, the universe was at stake, and they was like transforming like crazy. Dunin Nude had to literally get out of her mech and get back in her mech, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what is going on here? I'm literally just looking and just seeing what the fuck I'm like, all right, like I know how serious this shit is. So they had to do a lot of crazy shit, and man, it's not normal. It's not healthy for my heart to sustain this type of activity, man. I might have to go to the doctor next week. Overall, this project was great. This was actually a good ending to the Appleseed lore, even though it ended in a way where Shinji Aramaki wanted us to think, like, is he gonna continue this? Is he gonna leave it alone? Is it just a suspense ratio for him to make more mangas based on the project? If you're gonna continue this, put it on the screen, please. Okay? And if you're gonna put it on the screen, I'm gonna tell you right now, the animation was perfect. It was still 3D oriented, but at the same time, I guess Shinji had enough budget to make it look perfect. And it gave us more age ratio of the characters. With Biarios and with Dunin, they look more realistic. My only problem was that I was missing Hitomi. I was like, man, where's Hitomi? Where's Athena? Where's my side bitches at, bro? Like, where are they? I guess it was just based on them, especially when Hitomi ended up having a kid, man. I was like, I want to know what happened to these two. And yeah, but I feel like if y'all going to continue the franchise, this is just my personal favor. I would love it if y'all just stick to the anime visual. Give us the old school anime of Appleseed. I would love to see this. There are certain animes that is going back to the retrospect. If y'all do that with Appleseed, I would die a happy man. I'm begging y'all to do this. Other than that, this project was great. I loved it. I rarely have any flaws with this project at all. And above all, I encourage everybody to watch not just this movie, but make y'all way up to it. Watch the Appleseed projects. I have literally reviewed them all. Go on my channel, go on my anime playlist, type down Appleseed, watch them all, and let me know what you guys think of my opinions. And above all, let me know what y'all think when y'all watch these projects. Y'all would not be sorry. I'm gonna have to give Appleseed Alpha an A. Well, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for my upcoming anime reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. And I hope you all have a damn good day.